One thing that cannot be denied, Julianne Moore is one of our finest actresses. We do not deserve her. Hi, everyone. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raise on Popcorn with Grant, everybody. Uh, and today we are talking about a movie. Movies and TV is what we do here, and it's early review time. Yeah, movies and TV, that's what we do here. And that movie is The Room Next Door. The Room Next Door is directed and written by Pedro Almodovar. This is his first feature film in the English language, not in Spanish. Of course, it's not his first film altogether. He also did the shorts A Human Voice and Strange Way of Life in English, but this is his first full-length feature film in English. He, of course, has made, some of the most iconic films in Spanish cinema. He's made things like Tie Me Up, Tie Me Down, Kika, All About My Mother, Talk to Her, which is one of my personal favorites, Skin I Live In, Pain and Glory, Parallel Mothers, Women on the Verge of a Nervous Breakdown. He's a great filmmaker, and so now we have his latest effort. So, The Room Next Door. This film centers on the character of Ingrid, who is played by Julianne Moore. Ingrid Parker. She is an author who is coming to terms with loss through her writing. She's come to terms, basically has tackled the subject of grief in her writing when an old friend of hers shows up and informs her that another old friend of theirs, Martha Hunt, played by Tilda Swinton, is dying of cervical cancer. And when she discovers this, she goes to visit her, and Martha proposes an intriguing idea after the two hit it off again after not speaking to each other since their school days. She apparently has perused the black market and has found a euthanasia pill and is planning to take her own life. And also has gotten, as she describes, a shit ton of opioids to not feel any of the pain. And has asked Ingrid to come to this house in the countryside and sleep in the room next door and be her companion, knowing that within that period of that month, at some point, she's going to take the pill and is going to take her own life. And this is the story of how this former friend wrestles with this, but it also isn't just about euthanasia, right to die, dignity, all that stuff. Also in the mix is John Turturro playing Damien Cunningham, who is this author who has dated both women at one point, who now has made his living basically being a catastrophe activist. Essentially has made a book called something to the extent of is there still time, something to that degree, talking about climate change and the fact that the world is doomed and it's too late to save it, and also that the combination of climate change and extreme neoliberalism and a hard rightism in politics has basically caused the end of the world, and there's no turning back. And so through these groups of characters, Almodovar tackles some very serious stuff as this month plays out. And things get more and more complicated. And as Almodovar does, there's tragedy here, there's camp here, there's also unexpected dark humor here as things increasingly become a little bit more than you expect. As is Almodovar, there's a large sense of irony to this, like Almodovar does. And yeah, this is a very unusual story from a uniquely unusual filmmaker, and it's terrific. So yeah, The Room Next Door has been getting a lot of Oscar buzz, and for good reason. This is great. Yeah, this is. You could argue it's a minor effort for Almodovar, but this is sort of an instance of a minor effort for someone like Almodovar is still fantastic. It's still one of the best films of the year. This is the first Almodovar movie I can actually feel comfortable maybe taking my mom to, and that's something that is not always the case with his work. And I loved it. I thought this was a really fascinating film. It was thoughtful. It was darkly funny at times. The performances are terrific. Tilda Swinton is great as always. John Turturro is great as always. Alessandra Navallo, who of course was in another film we discussed from Sliff that hasn't come out yet, The Brutalist, and is also quite good there. But this movie's heart and soul belongs to Julianne Moore. The other characters exist in Almodovar land. They are playing these characters who are being very blasé about the circumstances they're in. Moore is the center. Moore is our way in, and we see it through her eyes, and it is a powerful performance. We really come to care about this woman who really does come to reconnect with this old friend of hers and really realize why she loved her, and really wanting to hope for an outcome that can never be. And in turn, you do, because you feel what Julianne Moore is feeling. There's real depth here. There's also less cynicism than a lot of Almodovar's other films. My personal favorite of his, I like a lot of his films. I really loved Talk to Her. I thought that was a really imaginative, very loopy film. This film isn't all that loopy. It's actually pretty normal, all things considered, but there's just something inherently inventively dark about Almodovar's writing. There's something about the way that he continues to have characters have situations that are totally outside of reality, kind of things that kind of exist in a real world, but also kind of are so out there that you kind of question it, happen to them. And this is no exception. I think this is a really, really great film. It's about friendship, it's about death, it's about dignity, it's about hope in the face of dark and catastrophic cynicism and catastrophe itself. It's a really thoughtful film, and I loved it. I absolutely love The Room Next Door. This is one of the finest films of the year, and it's definitely one of the more accessible Almodovar's, but it's still very much the work of this great artist. And yeah, I'm going to give The Room Next Door. You see it, bang, 5 out of 5 stars plus. This is a really terrific movie. Also perfectly paced. For an hour and 48-minute long movie, it moves pretty quickly. So yeah, The Room Next Door. 5 out of 5 stars plus. Let's close the book on it. Trailer trash, none. I saw it at Sliff. Was there shawarma? Yes. The ending plays out through most of the end credits, but otherwise, there's nothing after. All right. That is it. We'll be back right after this for a review of Red 1, which is in theaters now, and more to come this week. So yeah, that's all coming up, and that'll all be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all. I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Love you all, classes missed. I love you 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does. That's what you're supposed to do, or so I've been told. Leave a comment. Even if it's, hey, Grant, I like waffles. It really helps out. And if you want to find me else for reviews, listen, other fun stuff, you can find me on all my social media. I'm on literally everything except Twitter. At Raised on Popcorn Grant or Raised on Popcorn. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important. And I want to know down below, what did you think of The Room Next Door? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Think my opinion's good? Think I'm full of shit? Comment below. Let me know. And until we meet again, we were all raised on popcorn. Maybe not with extra butter. I'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone. See you around. Bye.